anyway, Charles, what next?
Well, right now I'm on a few different journeys, and you know, uh, between directing, I've got a television show that airs in Jamaica that's called Conversations in the Kitchen. It's like it's a healthy conversation cooking show. It's a great concept. So we sit down with some of the biggest and the best in the island, and we kind of allow them to invite me into their homes and cook me a meal, and it should be a healthy meal. But we have deep conversation about who they are and their dreams and hopes. And then obviously we have Trial by Fire, which is my baby right now.
I'm excited to see that one.
Yeah, that one is based on complex regional pain syndrome. It's a condition my mother suffers with, which is a terrible condition. It's called a suicide disease. And
yeah, tell me a little bit about that. I never even heard of it.
yeah, most people haven't. It literally can happen to any one of us at any time. Um, in my mother's case, a simple fall literally has ruined her life. I mean,
What exactly is the name of the disease, and what are the...
It's called CRPS, Complex Regional Pain Syndrome. It was called RSD before.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, the thing with this is that it's, like I said, it's called a suicide disease because they said it won't kill you, but it'll make you wish you were dead. And, when I saw my mother going through the pain that she was going through over the past couple of years, I kind of wanted to share her story. But then, looked at the community itself and realized that, if I could do something for them too as well, that it would be, something that would greatly give me joy to help my mother, but also help others. So started telling the story of some of the amazing people in the community and in CRPS, and put together a beautiful documentary that we're up for many awards right now, and we have our first festival in Hollywood in next week on the 11th, on the 12th, no, the 11th, and hopefully we'll win something, and if not, we'll get it on TV very soon, and that's really the goal. I can care less if we win any awards. I mean, if we just win one, that's cool, because I would love to just say I'm an award-winning filmmaker. But if we don't win anything and we get it, seen by millions of people, that's more satisfying and gratifying for me, because it's really about the people. We've built a beautiful social movement. I mean, we've got some unbelievable people who are a part of this community, who are tweeting, Facebooking, who are sharing, we've got an army of people who are literally just helping us take this thing to the next level. And we've created our own little ALS challenge, if that's what our own little ice bucket challenge, in a sense. We don't have a challenge, but we're trying to move the people like that.
Yeah. Is your mom still alive and well, or is she still struggling?
Yeah, well, she's alive and she's still struggling. I mean, she had a treatment that's called ketamine not too long ago that is sedation, and it helps a lot of people. Unfortunately, it didn't really help her, but she's still hanging in there, and it's a part of what happens and what comes with this, and people just do the best that they can do. I think everybody has to do the best in whatever position that we find ourselves in.
And it was because you said she took a fall that this happened?
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So this is your next project, and I'm so sorry. My whole family lives in Hollywood, Florida, and that's where the film festival is. If it only was before, I could have come.
Yeah.
But that's exciting, and I'm looking forward to hearing how that goes.
It is.
I thought maybe if you could show a picture of your cookbooks. If you have a suggestion that somebody could use to get through the Super Bowl, or if they want to go out and have a healthy sweetheart Valentine, maybe you could suggest something. And I'm going to take you guys into my kitchen and a little bit about my little cozy comfort. Home is where the heart is. So mine's a little home, but the heart is here.
That's my diabetes cookbook. That's the budget-friendly cookbook right there. That's the first one. Not the first one, but that's one with the American Diabetes Association. So very excited about that. And then we have my children's book, which is called Diabetes and Healthy Eating.
Oh, I love it.
So I made that one because, you know, I wanted to be able to reach a wider audience. You know, I felt like that, you know, if I created a book where I could reach parents and also children, then we can kind of get the conversation going a little bit earlier and kind of help educate people and parents and children a lot sooner. So that's why I did that one.
So what recipe would you recommend from your book that you think would be helpful if somebody wanted to not have the pressure of eating out?
Well, I'm going to be biased, and I'm going to say, you know, since it's uncle time and thing like that, I'm going to say pour one little piece of curry chicken and maybe some little I do a nice little what do you call it now? A nice little salad, but I can make it with cilantro salad, right? Mm-hmm. So I make a nice little cilantro salad with cilantro and feta cheese and olives and tomatoes in there and all the nice stuff. You can apples. I put apples in there, and then I make my own salad dressing. You just put a little bit of olive oil and lemon juice, and that's it. So just some nice lean curry chicken meat, you know, and then a nice salad.
Party.
That's it. That's it. See, and then you got my curry. I got my curry, my Grace curry right there, right? Good Grace curry. And then, you know, you got your thyme, you got your black pepper, you got all of that stuff. And then you go and you throw it down, and then you make your food, and it come out nice, you know?
You're so funny. Oh, great. What's the name of the recipe?
Just curry chicken. Just curry chicken.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
Curry flurry.
You'll have to make it for us sometime.
No, then I must, yeah man. Anytime you.
I'm going to try to drag you into my kitchen. I don't know how far I'll get.
No problem. Here, and I'll since we're doing kitchens, I'll show you my refrigerator. How about that?
Mine's quite empty, so I think we better show yours instead.
Well, here I've got some yogurt. I don't know if you can see that. I've got yogurt. I've got aloe juice. So I've got some aloe juice in here. Of course, we've got some blueberries, some grapes.
On my counter.
yeah, some grapes. You know, so pretty. I try to do the healthy thing the way I'm supposed to. You know, stay away from all the stuff.
So I took all my ingredients out, but since you're showing yours.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. See all my egg whites and my milk, and I have Chobani plain yogurt, and I have light standing yogurt for my kids, and water and lettuce, and that's pretty much it.
We're pretty similar.
Yeah, and then I actually took everything out and put it on my counter.
Gotcha.
Let me see if I put this here, if that'll work. I think it might. Let's see. It probably won't, but let's see how I could do this.
We're pretty similar over there.
I'm going to put my computer here, and I'm just going to hold everything up.
No problem.
So this is my scale. I take it everywhere with me.
Gotcha.
I have a travel scale that I take, and I never leave home without this.
Okay.
This is as light as a feather.
Wow.
And the only reason I take this scale with me is to carbohydrate count.
Gotcha.
So if I go to Florida and I want to have a cup of fruit, for me, it's a lot easier to carbohydrate count with a scale
Gotcha.
than to eyeball or use a measuring cup. It's more accurate.
Gotcha.
So I've gotten in the habit of using it. So this is, let's see if you could see it. I measured a half a cup of blueberries, and I eat a Chobani plain yogurt. And
Okay.
go ahead and laugh now, people, but my staple of choice that I put everything in is canela molida, cinnamon. I go to Costco and I buy this by the boatloads.
Okay.
Cinnamon is the key to everybody's heart. If nothing has flavor, when in doubt, put cinnamon in it.
That's
so
true.
I put cinnamon into everything, including my yogurt.
That's true.
I have measuring cups wherever I go. I always carry them because I can carb count. So whenever I travel, I take a quarter of a cup, a half a cup, and a 1 cup. It's usually what I need. So I measure every morning. I have a cup of egg whites, which is 6 egg whites, a half a cup of blueberries. And
Are you eating those? Are you putting them in a pan? Or are you just eating egg whites? Are you drinking egg whites?
I either scramble them in.
Okay.
I either use ham spray and scale.
All right. Right. I thought you were just drinking egg whites over there.
Well, right. No, I drink it in a bowl in the microwave when I'm in a hurry.
Okay.
I cook it for 4 minutes in the microwave, and some people like me don't especially like egg whites. So I put, go ahead and laugh now, 1 mushroom and 1 piece of broccoli in there, but no for breakfast. Yeah. And I cook it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and it tastes delicious. You could put a little bit of onions in it. You could put a little bit of tomatoes in it. I tried to add a little flavor into everything when there's no flavor. Yeah. So I get the natural flavors like onions and garlic and tomatoes, add that into it. I try to steer clear of the sweeteners. So that's my breakfast every morning with, hang on, this is my boyfriend, Mr. Quaker over here.
Okay.
I go to Costco and I buy a big thing of oats with refills. And every morning I have a half a cup of oatmeal, my half a cup of blueberries, and my cup of egg whites. Every morning that's my breakfast. Then I have a snack in the morning.
Okay.
My 10 a.m. snack is in my refrigerator, an 8-ounce apple.
I love it. I
use my scale.
Wow.
I weigh the apple on it. So here's the thing. An 8-ounce apple has 30 carbs. So I figured about 4 ounces there's 4 carbs per ounce. So I guesstimate. So if you eat an 8-ounce apple, that's, to me, I count 30 carbs. But the thing is that people need to understand is what I do, you don't necessarily need to do. Yeah. Because I'm eating for a competition diet. So what's really important is I might eat an 8-ounce apple, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to. You can have a 10-ounce apple. You can have a 5-ounce apple. It's the same thing with egg whites. You don't have to have 6 egg whites. You can have 3 egg whites. Everything's a personal choice. So I carb count everything. So I also have this is my Love and Candy in Life, or my almonds. I get 3 ounces a day, and I cherish every ounce. People think, oh, nuts are fattening, or this is fattening. Nothing's fattening. You got to measure and weigh and do everything in moderation. So my 10 a.m. meal is my 8-ounce apple. I travel all around the world with these suckers. Here's Mr. Quaker. I told you he's my boyfriend. Everywhere I go, I take my rice cakes. They're always in my carry-on bag. And 1 rice cake has 7 carbs. It's very easy to count, and I take it, like I said, everywhere. So I usually have 1 rice cake with both of my snacks. For my lunch, I cook for the week. And my week of cooking incorporates, I eat cod. You can eat anything you want. People can eat grilled chicken. They can have, actually grilled turkey is the best thing to eat. I personally, I don't eat meat, but I'll eat chicken and fish. I don't like chicken, so I just eat fish. So this is I just made it yesterday. This is my week of cod.
Okay.
I make it very simple. I get Costco frozen cod. I defrost it, and then after I defrost it, I put it all in the oven and I cook enough for a week. I eat 3 ounces because that's part of my diet.
Yeah.
I recommend 4 to 6 ounces of protein per meal, but for me, because I'm dieting down, I eat less. I measure and weigh my fish on my scale, and so I have that with lunch. I just made this today to show everybody this is my week of rice, brown rice. I make half a cup of rice with my lunch every day. However, my advice to those who aren't dieting for a fitness competition is have a cup of rice. It is recommended to have 40 to 60 carbs per meal. My daughter's also a diabetic, and we keep this on our refrigerator, and I don't know if you can see it with the glare, it is tips for school lunches, and there's also what to eat for your breakfast and all your meals, the grains, the fruits, the veggies, and the dairy. And it gives you a height and weight chart, and it says how many grams you should eat. So for a child 2 to 3 years of age, you should eat 35 carbs. My daughter's 12, so it says 9 to 13 is 60 carbs. So I recommend 40 to 60 carbs per meal, and I would say 3 times a day. And for your snacks, I would say have about 15 to 20 carbs twice a day. I recommend eating at least 5 times a day, but most people can't, so just try to eat at least 4, then it prevents overeating. I also recommend, so many people hate to exercise. Believe me, if I didn't have to do it, I would not do it. I hate doing cardio, but it's part of my routine. I recommend, people say, I don't like to exercise, I don't like to do this. You don't have to exercise. What you need to do is get up and move. You can go outside for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You have to do some kind of activity. Your muscles will atrophy. You will gain weight. You will have all kinds of issues with your health. Exercise is like food. They go hand in hand. Some people say, I can't exercise, I've hurt myself. There's different ways that you can exercise. I go up and down my stairs. I'll go outside and take a walk down the block. So I recommend start out at least twice a week doing some kind of exercise for 30 minutes, and then gradually try to increase it to at least 3 times a week. And pick something that you enjoy. Don't pick something that you think you need to do. Something that you think is best for you. So that's what I do. And then for my afternoon meal, I have my almonds, my love and life. Mr. Quaker comes back. And my favorite thing is my candy. Yes, man, we have fruit. I love my fruit. Costco strawberries. I get a cup for lunch for my afternoon snack. A cup is 11 carbs. It won't go back in the fridge. A cup of strawberries is 11 carbs, 7 for half a cup. So it's kind of like rounded. I guess it's 14 carbs. It depends on how you count it. I count mine as 11 carbs. And I have that with my Chobani plain non-fat yogurt and canela molida, my cinnamon. And it is delicious. I don't use Splenda because I don't know why. As a competitor, we just can't. And I have that with a rice cake and my ounce of almonds. My most hunger-struck meal is my dinner in season. I have my 3-ounce salmon again. Pulled out the lettuce. I like organic lettuce because I just feel like I get an easy upset stomach. I don't buy everything organic. For me, I buy organic romaine hearts because it just is easier to digest for me. And I usually get my lettuce at Costco, but I couldn't make it there since I just got back from Florida. So I went to H-E-B, our local supermarket, and bought organic romaine hearts. And I cut up 1 whole heart for dinner. And it's a little bit over, it's about 1.5 cups. And I use my favorite, I use red wine vinegar. Best thing in the world since water coming out the faucet. Kills the hunger, fills you up. and you can use it, and there's no sugar and no carbs in it. So that's a good thing to know. However, if you're not dieting, I highly recommend using a light dressing, not regular, not fat-free, light. And with the light dressing, I usually recommend a tablespoon or two. You can do a tablespoon of margarine. And I also have a sweet potato for dinner every night. What I was going to say is my sweet potato is 4 ounces, and I weigh it on my scale, and that's 20 carbs. So I know how much everything is. So for a 4-ounce sweet potato, that's 5 ounces per, it's 5 grams per ounce. And so here's what I'm going to tell you. To eat healthy, these are all the things you can do. Brown rice, sweet potatoes, light yogurt, plain yogurt, fruit, vegetables, cottage cheese, light shredded cheese. There's a whole plethora of stuff. All you need to do is that healthy eating guide sheet that I just showed you. It has a whole list of all the healthy foods, and you can get it off the internet. You can get it from your doctor, and it's a guideline of things you want to follow. So here's the thing. Although I eat 4 ounces of sweet potato at dinner, you can have a 10-ounce sweet potato, because a 10-ounce sweet potato is 50 carbs. So I eat 20, but I said you can have 40 to 60 carbs. So really, a 10-ounce sweet potato I would kill for. That is a lot of food, and you will feel fulfilled. Eat slow, enjoy it, have a big salad. You could put mushrooms, tomatoes, cucumbers, celery, anything you want in a salad. And just don't overload it with the dressing. And you can do it when you eat out too. When you dine out, I always order a Caesar salad with dressing on the side. And I'll have a couple of croutons because I don't need to count them. And I order grilled fish or blackened fish. And I ask for steamed vegetables. And if I want to have a carb, I'll have a roll with my dinner. And I know a small little roll is 15 carbs. A whole slice of bread is 15 carbs. And usually whenever you go out, you just kind of know, based on having had it, what you can have. So I use my carbs on a dinner roll, or I'll have a piece of corn, or a little bit of black beans. These are all things that you can do, and these are all the right ways to eat well. And if you're hungry, eat oatmeal, have some protein. You can have fruits, you can have vegetables. The key is, as a diabetic, you just have to weigh and measure everything. And once you learn how to do that and you can eyeball it, you have a better idea of how to carb count. And I really can't control my diabetes without doing so. Otherwise, it's like a roller coaster. As a type 1 insulin dependent, I have a Dexcom CGM. I keep it right on my behind because I had a bikini on all week. It's recommended that you change it every 7 days, and I do, because it falls off from my intense exercise activity, sweat, and irritation. I usually wear it on my stomach, but like I said, it's approved for the upper buttocks area, and it was perfect in a bikini. Nobody saw it, and I was able to sunbathe. So my Dexcom, you blood sugars every morning and every night. And every 3 hours, I'm able to see where I'm at. And in the middle of the night, it's able to tell me what my blood sugars are and if I need to correct or if I need to treat. So what I do to treat is I always have glucose next to my bed. I'll show you it real quick. I keep this next to my bed every night. And they also have glucose tablets. But what I also try to do is I try to make sure I check my blood sugar before I go to bed. I know that I want it within a certain range, and if it's not in a certain range, oftentimes I'll eat a complex carb snack. Like I'll have oatmeal, or I'll have a sweet potato, or I'll have a little bit of black beans, or a little bit of rice. And these are all the ways to stay in shape and feel good. You don't have to go out and run a marathon. You don't have to lift 550 pounds like I do. You don't have to be better than what you are. All you have to do is embrace yourself. And if you can't do it, use the resources that you have. Find a nutritionist. Go to a doctor. I Google everything. Everything is Googled in my house. I feel like I went through college on Google, and they didn't even have a computer back then. But it's really, there's always something, always some kind of resource out there. And so what's great about you, Charles, is you have helped like you said, so many people in our diabetic community as a representative using your cookbooks and everything you do with your film production. I did read that you're going around the world and interviewing people with living with diabetes. And is it in impoverished areas? Is that where you were going? And you were trying to help change people with their...
No, we're going anywhere. We've been to India, we've been to Australia, we've been to the island. We don't discriminate. Wherever, we've been through all the United States, through the South, through New York, to wherever it is we can reach people that want to talk about living a better life with diabetes and just overall. Yeah.
So you talk to how would you say you educate people when you go and you travel all over the world and you want to hear people's stories? How do you feel you have an impact on them?
Well, I think because I'm just very real about who I am and I actually care. And the fact that, I've kind of dedicated myself to this. This is not something I do part-time. This is my life. I think that kind of resonates, and obviously because, I'm a celebrity chef or a face or something like that, I think they can kind of really relate to who I am. I'm not, that big of a person, of a celebrity, that I'm just some paid spokesperson, that I'm actually someone who, loves food, loves to cook, loves to entertain, but also is passionate about helping. So I think I'm more relatable because of that.
Great, yeah. So I guess we've had a great discussion, and I really am so pleased that we're able to, I'm bringing you over to my table now. from one area of the kitchen to the other. No, it's great. I mean, I'm really happy that you were able to show a little bit about yourself and talk about a little bit about yourself. And I am going to be competing in June, and Monday is the kickoff to my competition season. So you'll start seeing me littler and going down more and more and becoming more muscular. So
yeah,
I want to show people that, I am healthy right now. This is what people should look like at a healthy, normal weight. Going into a competition as an athlete, you can't do what I do. You can't diet how I diet. It's horrible sometimes, but I love it. It's something that I'm good at and something I enjoy, and it's a passion. I am older, so this is going to be my retiring year. Hopefully I have one more good year in me. And then I just want to continue to help tell my story and, share with others and make a difference. I think that all of us together can really make a profound effect on many people. So we really can. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get to collaborate more, and I'm really excited about having you as a new friend.
Yeah, definitely.
Before we leave, I wanted you to kind of share how you'd like to promote yourself, or where people can see you, or
definitely
movie reviews, or if they want to buy your book, where can they go out and buy it? Just tell us a little bit about how people can follow you.
Definitely. They can either go to my website, which is charlesmattocks.com. That's CharlesMattoks.com. Or they can go to trialbyfiremovie.com, TRIALBY fire, FIRE movie, MOVIE.com. Either one of those, they can reach me, and they can follow exactly a lot of what we're doing.
And you're going to be in Hollywood, Florida on the 11th, February 11th.
I am.
For all of those people who are in sunny South Florida and would love the opportunity to go to Charles's Film Festival, where would they be able to come and see it at?
If they go to trialbyfiremovie.com, they can actually go, and there's a link where they can actually click on that, and it'll take them and show them exactly where we're going to be.
Perfect. That's great. Well,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you, and I can see you doing wonders and really changing so many people and helping so many others.